Kia ora whanau, welcome to NZIHL Grand Finals night. This is exciting. Queenstown, Aotearoa, New Zealand. Ko Ian Toko Inawa. Alongside Dave Dubnik, I'm Ian Wanamaker. We are calling this live stream action. Dave, this is super exciting. Home final for your Queenstown SkyCity Stampede going up against Botany Swarm. What's that going to be like for you?
Yep, pointy end of the season. Huge. It was a bit of a rumpy season, with Queenstown ending up on top. Great battle last weekend in Auckland between the Swarm and the Admirals. The Admirals just couldn't quite pull it out for those games, but ended up here with the Swarm, and we're going to have a great weekend of hockey.
Yeah, so in case you missed it, Fona, it was semifinals all in Auckland. The West Auckland Admirals took on the Botany Swarm in a 2-game series to see who would be eligible to come down here. Swarm won both of those games, so that is what led him to get to this point at the moment. But in the regular season, it was super close all the way down to the very last game, making scheduling that much more difficult, with the SkyCity Stampede finishing 1 point ahead of the Botany Swarm, which earned them the right to host this grand final here in the massively beautiful.
It was quite interesting. 3/4 of the way through the season, in the way every game we were involved with, Stampede was involved with it. It was like a bit of math, figuring out what was going to happen in order for us to end up with a home final, which is quite important. Looking at the stands, sold out. Nobody likes playing in Queenstown against Queenstown because it's quite a loud, and the fans are close to the ice, and they're quite noisy and supportive for this Stampede.
Yeah, it is the big sporting event for this evening down in Central Otago. Queenstown is going off. This is the penultimate moment for these two teams.
Yep.
SkyCity, they are holding the torch. As you just showed, Dave is holding it. He's literally carrying it.
We are
going to see if they can hold on to it. They have a record-setting already 7 grand final wins to hoist that Birgel Cup. That is what the teams are playing for. Not just in the original history of this league, though. In 2005, 2006, they were the trophy they played for, the New Zealand Inline Hockey League trophy.
Yeah, that's all.
Nothing really original, but that's what it was. And actually, they played a 2-game final. Then they didn't have any semis. There was only the 4 teams at that stage. Not until 2007, my first year in the league, that they expanded it to have straight to the finals, and it was a 1-game series.
That's right.
Not 2. So this league has shown such evolution in a very short period of time. 2005 to start, all the way till now, 2025. I'm thinking 20 years. It's only 18. 2023, 7 wins, championship wins.
Yep,
for the SkyCity team.
Hockey in New Zealand growing exponentially. I mean, the women's just finished their season. Great to see the lift in fan support and in quality of play. Amazing. Under 18s, we were running through all of them, all the way down to learn to skate, just climbing on. And big thanks to everybody that's involved in that. This can't happen without volunteers. This is how it works here in Queenstown.
And New Zealand. It's an amateur sport all across the country, so we need anybody we can to be in skates. More people in skates, it's a victory.
Reminds me of back home hockey, those small towns where everybody, is involved in the volunteer end of things. So a big thanks to our volunteers through the whole season, and those people that are supporting us by just watching and coming
wherever you
up
are. Yeah, exactly. Wherever you are in the world. If you're in Aotearoa, thank you very much for lending us your time and ears and attention. But anyone that is tuning in from overseas, kia kaha, let's get this underway. We are getting set. There is 5 minutes of warm-up time right now. These guys are going to get into it soon enough. Dave and I will be calling the live stream action. We got James on the camera. We got Michael managing the desk with Matt Chavez doing the stats. On behalf of all of our crew and team, we are looking forward to getting underway. Grand finals action,
Welcome
folks.
to Queenstown, hockey town.
Exciting. So just to recap again, SkyCity Stampede playing for what could be their 8th championship. The Botany Swarm have been to the dance a few times. They have managed to get 4 championships. The next second equal to that would be the Canterbury Red Devils, also on 4 championship wins.
Yeah.
West Auckland Admirals, they won in 2018. That's their only championship victory. And the Phoenix Thunder looking to get on that championship ladder with 1. They're on none in this NZIHL league here in New Zealand.
One of the problems here in this very small rink is banner room for all the winning.
Let's not get into that, my friend.
So,
this is not even over. It hasn't even started, folks.
Oh, yeah.
But it is heavy right now. They have got 7. Pulling those already very low rafters down even further.
With
this
the
bar
banners.
is exceptionally low. And I got to say, it's really nice to see the NZIHL championship banner for the Wakatipu Wild. They are incredible. They went to the finals this year. Overtime couldn't settle it.
No.
And they went into a shootout and just going down to the Alkensteel. Shout out to the Alkensteel women. So congratulations to Jamie Jones and her side, all of the team there. It's wonderful to see.
Great to see. Good lift for hockey. I mean, if you were a hockey fan, my goodness, the best, the edge of the seat stuff. That was a huge battle. And puffed out at the end of the game, and that's that when you empty your tank, you've played a good game. And both I know that the Wild definitely emptied their tank, played their heart out, and going to be excited to get back into it again next year. Already talking about it is interesting. Already fired up for the next one. We're not going to let that happen again. Sort of talk, which is wonderful. So they'll be hungry for it again.
Fantastic. Big
shout out to the Red Devils and the Admirals, and all. I'm sure that and the Dunedin Thunder, they'll all be watching, and great season to watch you guys in play, and some great hockey all season with
it. And it's good to see finally a full season as well. Like
yes.
There were a few years where the Birgel Cup had not been contested for those COVID years, and that was a shame. And then that one year that there were some games played, but there wasn't an official trophy winner.
That's right. So we're back into it. Yep.
Yeah, now we're back full into it. This is on this is where we're going. This is great to see.
Banging on all 8 cylinders.
Yeah.
We're going to end up with only a couple minutes left before the official puck drop. How exciting.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of exciting, like just being around the Queenstown community again, getting to speak with old Uncle Pete there before the game, and just I got to thank him immensely for his massive contribution to not only to the SkyCity Stampede, but to the sport in general. The man has done it all. He's been around this group, I think, from the very beginning. You can let me know. And now he's involved with the international sides.
Amazing.
Taking Kiwi teams overseas. So that's just what it's possible in this sport. Like
the hockey fraternity is quite a tight family, and at all levels. And what's really interesting now, when you're watching some of these older Queenstown players that have moved on from playing, I was at some practices and they're coaching and watching their children playing. It's, oh my gosh, this is really interesting. We've got, now we've got generational activity happening, and it's just going to grow bigger.
That's
and
wonderful.
bigger.
Yeah, those are the future Ice Blacks, Ice Ferns of this country, and hopefully they can stick in the sport if they choose to and thrive. So this is what's thriving right now. We got just a hive of activity. Sorry for the pun, you Botany fans, but they are in the SkyCity Stampede barn right now. It's a wonderful building. Very well lit up. There's heaps of fans, hardly any room at all. It will pretty much, like, this game sold out. Next game tomorrow night sold out, 7 p.m. start. If there is a game, if we do get to that stage on that Sunday, that's a 6 p.m. start.
Right. Yeah.
We only know the outcome after tomorrow.
That's right. Tickets will go on sale after that, and I'm sure there'll be a flurry of activity to help. Almost as big as Taylor Swift tickets.
Oh, I don't know, man. That's supposed to be the biggest concert in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. This will be pretty exciting too.
Yeah, no question about that, Dave.
I guess we could bring them up to date with this. If it goes to overtime.
Oh yeah.
That
let's fill them in.
An interesting change with the overtime. It'll be 3-on-3, 20 minutes of 3-on-3. No golden goal, full 20 minutes, and then I'm sure there'll be goals scored during that.
So overtime, no golden goal. How does that work?
No golden. So it's a full 20 minutes. Full 20 minutes of hockey.
So you have to complete that 20 minutes, and then regardless of scoreline, well, if the scoreline is still drawn, then it goes to 3 on. Oh.
So it's
after that overtime period's played.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
talk me through this warm up here, Dave. I like. It's just finished there. They play in a little. It's almost like basketball where they hound around the net. It looked like, what was that, Aston and net there? And
at the moment, yes.
Most of the SkyCity Stampede make a triangle formation and just have a bit of fun and try and get the puck in.
Yeah.
Is that a traditional thing? Or is that just this year?
No, they do that most warm-ups. I believe tonight Joel Hasselman will be starting for the SkyCity.
Yeah, speaking of starting lineups, shall we get the lineups? Who's actually going to be starting for the teams?
Away you go.
So starting for the away team, number 42, he is in net. That is Matt Kennedy.
Yeah, outstanding last weekend.
Yeah, he's played pretty well.
Yes, he's.
And it also looks like at the moment we are going to be getting into the national anthem.
Yes,
quite
national
soon.
anthem. Yep.
If I can get through the lineup just before we get to that. So on defense for the Botany Swarm, starting number 24, Remy Sandoy, alongside number 4,
Cool.
Luke Simon. Starting centerman is Michael Atwell, number 6, number 28, Andre Kozak, and number 8, Robin Vortanov. For the hometown team, this SkyCity Stampede. Starting in net, you have number 34,
Joel Hasselman.
Joel Hasselman. And starting on defense, number 3,
That's
Stefan Amston.
Amston, yeah.
Amston with number 14.
That's Cullen Burns, yeah.
And centering the starting lineup, Dylan Devlin. And I'll keep quiet, we got the anthem going. Tina Pye, Kapwai, that is fantastic rendition of Aotearoa's beautiful national anthem, Miss Dubnik. That is beautifully sung. I'm going to get that person's name in just a moment.
Tanya.
Tanya, thank you.
Beautiful.
Just finishing that starting lineup, Dave, and for the Stampede, the center was Devlin. Alongside him was number 97, Josh Hurley, with Connor Harrison on the other side. So that rounds out your starting lineups for both sides.
So we'll have a ceremonial puck drop by Queenstown Lakes District Mayor Glenn Lewis. And Braden Lee out there, recent retiree, helping him out on that. Photo opportunity for a mayor.
There it is. Very respectful too with Andrew Hay letting the captain, Cameron Freer. Man, oh man, I'll get one of the Freers right tonight. Mitchell.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them to choose from.
That's right.
Mitchell
to choose from, exactly.
Doing that face-off and picking up that puck and shaking hands with the mayor. That's great to see. And good to see the mayor come out and support the local community and demonstrate his commitment to the ice hockey as well. That's fantastic. You know much about Glenn?
Not much at all. New mayor. And, busy old town to be mayor of.
Hey, that's it. It's expanding quite a lot as we came in. It's
changing all the time.
Expanding for sure. All right, we're getting into it here right now. The teams are huddling in, doing the cheer and getting excited for puck drop day. This is grand final actions, New Zealand. This is what it's all come down to. The final 2 teams battling it out for the Birgel Cup. It is in attendance. It is shined up. It is beautiful. It's polished. It is ready to go.
Is that Tyler and the referee? And linesing Kyle Matthews. Only moments away from puck drop. Crazy looking fans out there, all dressed up.
Yeah, lots of fans, a lot of mixed jerseys too, a lot of yellow, of course.
Yeah, but nice to see a big support of Swarm fans as well.
Making the trip down, so let's go. Here we go, Atwell against Devlin with puck drop.
And here we go. Puck rolls back to Sandoy in his own zone. He tries to clear it to the red line. Batted back in by Devlin. Vortanov has it. Cross and to the red line and tapped in. Stampede zone. Burns behind the net. Can't get it to Devlin. Rolls behind the net. Hurley taps it to the red line, and it's fired back in on target.
It's going to be the first shot on net, even though a little bit of a dump in one from the Swarm.
And Burns struggling behind his own net just to get it out. Amston with it now. Up to Harrison. Boogies over the blue line. Tries to center. Great defensive play there. And back to Harrison in the corner. Cleared up, but not out. Freer taps it in. Goes behind the net.
Both teams making some changes. First shift out of the way.
Kept McIntosh on it, on the blue line against Hopkinson.
Received a bit of a
tap on the
hand there, just inside the glove.
McIntosh fighting for it against D'Amato. D'Amato gets it, and
that's an offside call there, Dave.
Yeah, first whistle.
First whistle of the game, and we've only had just almost a minute and a half of action.
Yeah, a change on the go for the boys. Everything's going to be trying to be like clockwork. Changes and positioning.
Oh, everything, all those little details, super important. Line changes, dump and chases.
Down to detail.
All of the puck possession. Stampede with their first shot. That goes wide. Kennedy decides to cover it up, Dave, and we're going to get that first face-off for the Stampede in the Swarm defensive zone.
Good little shot by Walton. Muscles his way in. McIntosh facing off for the Stampede. But beautiful work there by Stefan. And shot, wide angle shot, high stick.
It looks like a penalty.
No, just a high stick.
Okay.
Brought out.
Anytime the ref puts their hands up makes me anxious, Dave. So the refs with the red stripes on top of the very jail prison-like looking outfit. Black and white outfit.
Right.
So the referee is the head person that calls all the action, and then the others that don't have the red armbands are the linesmen. They are the ones calling the offsides and icings. But the ref in that case called a high sticking penalty, or not penalty, just an infraction. No penalty at all. Back underway here.
Solo trying to clear it out, and he did. And Polzov touched it on the Stampede side of that blue line, that thin blue line. I was going to say earlier that Stefanik did a great work over on the far side, muscling that puck into the Stampede zone.
Dalmatel with a nice face-off win. He gets a quick shot on there. Hasselman had to make a nice pad save.
So now Stampede in their own zone. Solo up to Rusky Jones, but they lose it on the red line. Stefanik shot, forcing Hasselman to make that
be sharp
save.
there, Dave. As, that puck was
a bit of a knuckler.
Yeah, it was rolling.
The old knuckleball.
Sometimes they dip as well. If they're shot hard enough, they can drop down. So Hasselman's got to be sharp.
Puck rolling around in front. Polozov picks it out of the corner, back to Sandoy. But batted forward by Amston. Centering was Sandoy, and no one there to pick it up. And over the blue line, Harris with it. Muscles his way in.
Comes in hard. Rebound there.
Big, juicy rebound sitting in front as Kennedy was kind of caught out of position, forced out of position to make a save.
Harrison fills off Simon there. It's a good
big hit on
body checks.
Solo from Bordenoff, but everybody gets up and keeps going. So Devlin cross ice to Harrison. Harrison takes a shot through Thuler's stick. Took some of the pepper off of that. Centering.
Shot off the goalpost.
Hurley clanks one. You probably heard that at home.
All the way up here we can hear that. We hear a bit of a horn.
Oh, that's
what's going on there?
That's just the cheering.
Okay.
I don't think that was a goal. I didn't see the red light.
Just checking back on that replay. Kennedy makes a nice save with that right pad. That puck comes in the corner momentarily, and then that puck did come out to the front, and
Hurley
got it off the bar.
Yeah,
making the pipes ring.
Great, exciting, great pressure, great end-to-end work. Nobody's dominating it, Ian.
Yeah, well, it's early, Dave, so both teams are going to get that feel-out process in this first period, this first frame. They're going to see what type of strategy they're going to play with. looking at how they're going to settle into this grand final.
McDonald muscles it all the way past True. As
McDonald gets a trip there. That is going to be the first penalty.
Yeah, again, unintentional, but sticks in the wrong place.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't really talk about intention. The intention could be there to play the puck. That is something that is taken in consideration by the referees. There's two things, intent and judgment. Both are factored into when a referee makes a penalty call. And that one there, pretty clear cut. When you get a stick in the feet and you have possession of the puck going towards the net, that's going to be a call most of the time. And that will send the Swarm to their first power play of this final.
Back to the point. Behind the net, trying to tuck it in. Still controlling behind the net. Polozov has to chase it to the corner. Mawson leaves for McDonald, who rails it in behind the net. Trying the wraparound. Swarm can't quite get control of it as it was bouncing around this high slot. And McDonald is forced back into his own zone.
Yeah, the penalty killing for the Stampede. Walcom did a good job there getting that puck out of the zone, but the Swarm right back in on attack.
Intercepted by Amston. Amston muscling his way over the red line now.
One-on-one.
Trying to deke his way through.
Gets through.
Shot.
Backhand.
Spectacular backhand.
What a save, though, by Kennedy. He made that look relatively easy.
Tucked it under his arm, I think. Caught it on his arm, not quite in the glove. But
so Amston forehand to backhand. Goes on the backhand and gets the shot away. Kennedy squeezes that pad and glove and body. That is against the run of play, Dave. That's a penalty kill opportunity for the Stampede, showing they are dangerous on the PK.
Along with everything else, burning up valuable seconds in that penalty or that power play for the Swarm. They march it back into Stampede area. Back to the point, Thuler. Back to the corner. Back to Thuler on the blue line. Takes a shot, blocked by a couple of the Stampede players. Rusty Jones and
the Swarm score. Kozak jumps on that loose puck.
Loose puck.
First goal of the game comes on the power play. Just like that. Do not give any team a power play in the final.
Not in the final. Dangerous play.
Kozak does score, and the Swarm cash in. 1-0.
Good work keeping that puck in.
So those penalty killers doing the block, they went down, opening up the passing lane across the Vortnov. That puck gets almost passed by a Stampede defender looking for Hasselman to cover it. He doesn't. And Kozak is the recipient of the puck, wide open in front. He just shoots it right in the net.
Left unmarked with two players down blocking that puck, that early shot. All right, back into it. 5-on-5 now as a goal is scored. Hurley is back on the ice. Hopkinson shot, forcing Hasselman to make that save. It was shot on the pads, but gosh, he had to trap that up.
Yeah, so Hopkinson got body position, then the defenseman went down to try and block that pathway. So Hopkinson did get a shot on goal. No rebound, though. That was good that the Stampede
because McDonald was muscling his way into that slot. All right, Freer marching in, pushes Sandoy off the puck. Sandoy tries to kick it forward, but McIntosh picks it up, rails it around, leaves for Walcom. Walcom trying to center, can't. And Swarm, big forward lead pass.
Hasselman's forced to play, and he does all the way down.
And icing's the call.
So Hasselman acting as like a third defenseman there, Dave, and he just decides to play that puck.
I didn't catch who it was that was muscling his way down. That was a good race, good foot race to that puck, forcing Hasselman out of the net.
Well, Freer got a little bit of an elbow up on Sandoy there on the replay, as you could see. Well, you may not be able to see it, Dave. I got the monitor in front of me here. But that was kind of, no, it wasn't worthy of a call. So the referee said, no, we're setting the standard pretty early with the penalties. Stick infractions look like one, not elbows.
Yeah.
2-on-1. No, it's broken up.
Thuler does a great job of batting that bouncing puck away. Tangles up Walcom in the corner. Stefan all the way over the red line, fires it in.
No, that's Kozak.
Kozak firing it in.
You can't miss the panic. He's like 6'6", off skates.
And Kozak with it.
He battles with Harrison. That's McDonald taking a Harrison hit.
And Devlin losing his stick along the boards. Polozov marches the blue line over the red line. He's got some speed up, muscles his way past Harrison, but Solo, I believe, just knocks him to the ice. Puck rolling around in front.
There. Wow, and that 2 saves there by Hasselman. Stefanik was alone in front.
And
Not out of danger yet.
Stefanik saying hello to Harrison in the corner. And Stampede struggling to get out of their own zone. Hay on the blue line shot, and again, Hasselman having to make a couple point-blank saves. Hay picks it up on the red line.
Yeah, certainly wielding to a little bit of that pressure of the Stampede. Constant attack here by the Swarm.
They're hungry for another one. They're really hungry as the puck just off the toe of Hasselman again. True marching it up. Cameron True intercepted by Delmato. And Rusky Jones robs him as he gets over the red line. Muscles his way over the blue line, but bounced off the puck there. It's dragged behind the net. Burns picks it up along the boards. Can't control it. And a huge wake-up call there for Winston Lee and Sofer colliding.
Both players collide and go down.
Yeah, going down, yeah. I'm not sure who got the best of that one, Ian.
Yeah, this is finals hockey, so they're going all in.
Boots and all.
That could be a kneeing penalty here as the bit of a collision. Yes, it is a knee.
Yeah, it could have been either one of them.
Yeah, you're not sure who he's going to call.
It'll be a slew foot or a knee, maybe.
Could be going to Botany. I'm not sure.
I think Sandoy Remy's got it
He
for.
got his knee in there. Looks like he's going to the penalty box.
Yes. So here's a chance for the Stampede.
See Burns here. He takes a hit, and that player comes right past him. Soffer sets right into Winston Lee, and they both go down. That's the rock hit of the game so far.
Yeah. Captain Crunch. Solo keeping it in just. McIntosh can't control in the corner. Freer back to the point where Walcom takes a shot. Freer with it. Whiffs on that. And it's railed up and kept in by McIntosh. McDonald with it now. McDonald.
And he sends it the length of the ice. So I'm not sure if we mentioned that, folks. We are watching a SkyCity Stampede power play. There is 1 minute 29 remaining now in that Remy Sandoy kneeing penalty. Stampede looking to cash in, make this game a 1-1 hockey game. Currently at 1-0 to the Botany Swarm.
And their goal was scored on a power play, so we'll see what happens here. Back to shot on wide of the net. Burns races in behind the net. Walcom with it. Walcom walks it in. Shot, narrow angle. Collected by Solo. McIntosh with it along the boards. Takes it to the corner, moves it in. Cross ice to Walcom. Walcom falling. And
diving block there by Kyle Janssen.
Burns keeps it in. Got many of the Stampede behind the net there. Solo takes that shot.
Blocked in front.
And it looks like blocked by Hopkinson, who's hurting badly. Still staying in front, though. Cross ice shot. And again, puck bouncing in front. Still bouncing in front. And finally gobbled up by Candidate. Spectacular work there to collect a bouncing puck.
He made a couple of saves on the backhand, too. He was down to make that first save. So he makes the save here. The puck comes loose. Someone gets a backhand on it. Goes right to Candidate. Still loose. Another shot blocked. And Kennedy swallows that up as players battle for possession and position in front of that goal. So furious action here. First period, we have almost played 10 minutes here, Dave.
You wouldn't know it.
1-0. You almost wouldn't know it. Not a lot of whistles, to be fair. Just 2 penalties and a couple of icings.
Muscling it out. Fuller over the red line. Knocked off the puck at the last minute. He did some great work on that defense.
Yeah, he was 1-on-2, and he tried to kind of make his way through. I thought the SkyCity Stampede didn't expect him to try and beat 2 players, so it's very deceptive.
Muscled his way through,
maneuvering there, and
just ran out of real estate. Actually,
didn't get the quality shot, but still managed to get that puck on net.
And chewing up very, very important. Penalty kill seconds.
Yeah, and there's 9 seconds left in that penalty.
Amston, Sofer, and
And that will do it for the penalty. Remy Sandoy will come back out onto the ice. We are back
Polozov
to
losing this, and a weak shot there by Sofer. Polozov lofted that off his stick and slid onto Sofer's stick, and he wasn't ready for it. Took a bit of a weak shot, and Kennedy gobbles that up.
So Birgel Cup Finals, Fano, we are watching Aotearoa's best in action right now here in Queenstown, Central Otago. What a beautiful spot to be. Get yourself down to the ice rink. That is now 5-on-5 action. Shots are 10 to the Stampede, 9 to Swarm. Swarm are ahead by 1 at the moment.
Flicked up and not hitting the rafter for a change. True gets beat by Polozov. Shot bounces behind the net. True missed that, and Polozov picked it up. Had a great opportunity, and Dalmate fires it across the crease. Roby bats it to the red line. A few missed pucks as Stepanek on the red line. Over the blue line, takes a shot. Rusty Jones picks it up, can't hit Lortonov. And Dalmate with it. Takes a backhand on target. In the corner. Flicking it up. Roby can pick it up on the red line. Roby.
2-on-2 here.
He's got Hurley with him. He stops. Can't center.
Massive hit there by Andy Hay as he just filled in his man in the D zone.
Roby did a good job of getting Mawson.
Shot save Hasselman, man. Aquaman getting right in with Mawson getting through the D. So you got to be paying attention here, folks. Other way, breakaway for McIntosh.
McIntosh carries behind the net, gets rubbed out.
McDonald says, I'm going to take you right into the boards and flick the puck into the, I don't know what that went into. It might have just hit something in that rafter area in the low ceiling here in Queenstown. So like Steve Mawson comes in, does a nice toe drag, gets around, shot, and Hasselman makes a pad save. And then the rebound went right away to the D, and Burns breaks it out of the zone, sending a pass all the way up to a streaky McDonald, getting a good backhand. So end-to-end action in this finals.
Yeah. Continuing as Burns has to chase it all the way back to his own zone. And Thuler can't control that on the red line, and he carries it behind his own net. Looking for passing it across to McDonald, who can't control it. McIntosh centers, or Frere can't pick that up. Frere and McDonald and Winston Lay in the corner.
The Swarm come away with it.
The Swarm start marching it out. Wide pass. But Frere is forced to hustle his way back as he's being heavily dogged by the Swarm. Johnson.
Turned it over.
Huge hustle by Johnson to create that pressure. Simon picks it up on the red line, dumps it back in. He's got Johnson gliding in front, loses it to the corner where Frere picks it up, rails it up and around.
A few giveaways here, Dave, in their own zone. The Stampede are really mishandling the puck. Like
just struggling to get the rhythm. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that, actually, if you feel or have noticed that the Stampede be having that 2-week layoff between some regular season hockey action and now forced to play grand finals, whereas the Swarm have played 2 semifinal matches, being battle-hardened and ready for a gritty, you said, I don't know if you used the word gritty, you said like grumpy or some kind of unusual word to describe the regular.
Rumpty.
Rumpty,
you know, just rough.
I'd never heard that.
Oh, rumpty.
So this is a bit of a rough start for them as the Swarm are piling on that pressure.
Sandoy takes that shot. It bounces off a leg in front of the net. And carried to the corner by Polozov. Behind the net, centering. Stefanik can't get it up. And it ends up rolling into the blue line where Harrison skates it in. Still controlling. Harrison trying to center, no one there. And
he was trying to get around Luke Simon. Luke Simon did well to hold him off, but it was a off play.
Off play.
Defenseman,
that was Sandoy and Walcom, I believe.
So he was giving him some business.
A little bit of business behind the net. And Sandoy doesn't agree with it, of course. But he's got 2 minutes. Oh,
it's a trip. Yeah, he's got a stick tangled underneath the feet of Walcom and sending him down. And good eyes by the referee, actually, to see that while he's watching the play with the puck carrier, because 2 things happening at once. And he makes the good decision. So that is Stampede power play, second of the game.
Solo with it. Solo marches it to the middle of the ice. Welcome, Solo, can't keep it in. McIntosh rails it all the way around. Well, Welcome picks it up. Back to Solo. Cross to McIntosh. Shot. Scores!
And a goal. Might have been tipped, but a good hard shot.
How he even saw the net. There's a few bodies in the way, but
it's a lethal power play that the Stampede have, and McIntosh leaning on that one. May have been a tip at all from the Lockie Freer presence in front. We shall see. He unloads this shot.
Ian, what this is saying,
providing a screen here, as you see on that replay, and Kennedy didn't see it at all, and then that's a statement shot and tying this game up 1-1.
Ian, what this is saying, that penalties matter.
Oh, huge.
You know, like that's all the goals have been scored on
discipline.
And
that's two penalties by one player in particular from the Swarm, so that's not a good start in a final.
No, early in the final.
Early
that's
on
right.
as well. So both teams here are going to look to see who gets that next one, as that. Oh, there you go, a big hit in the corner. So Swarm are ready to play.
Yeah, Swarm came here to play hockey, that's for sure.
And there's another kind of, I think, a hand pass possibly. Yes, the linesman is indicating a hand pass by Andrew Hay. There's that rock replay hit in the corner.
These boards do move a bit, eh?
Oh, you need a bit of give if those bodies are hitting that with that amount of force.
Kind of like freight trains colliding.
Big individuals out there.
All right.
6 minutes 49. Sorry. We've got 6:24 on our clock that you see, but at the moment 6:45 on the score clock in the rink.
And
so
icing
we'll play to that.
Sure.
Got the icing.
Icing is the call. Forcing it back into SkyCity Stampede zone. Face-off will be to the left of Joel Hesselman. Good opportunity for the Swarm. Just tapping it up. Right on target, forcing Kennedy to kind of protect himself on it, but it skated through the crease, so that no icing is called. Sandoy's out of the box because of that goal being scored, so firing it up. And Vortanoff gives chase to the corner. Puck glides in front,
quite dangerously,
untouched, very dangerous.
Right through that slot area. Another big collision there as Vortanoff hits. And looked like Risky Jones. And he's going to be penalized.
Yeah, Vortanoff will be penalized for that.
That could be interference. I think that might be the call here.
Yeah.
He probably, I mean, usually you get a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. But that was definitely on that cusp of a 2 Mississippi. You got to leave that one alone. As you see it here. Vortanoff cutting in. Oh, the puck's loose. Oh, he's going for the hit. I don't know. That's close. He did line him up.
Oh, well.
Risky Jones was looking the other way. Just a young fella, but a very big man as well since, 6'4"?
Yeah, heading way soon back to Canada to do some more training. So.
Well, no, he's heading to Florida.
Florida,
to play
that's
in the
right.
U.S.
That's right.
Premier Hockey League.
That's right. His younger brothers.
With the Junior Blades.
That's right. And his younger brother, Ollie, will be heading off to Canada, I believe. Shot from Solo.
So another power play here. So we'll see here. This is third one for the Stampede, and they cashed in on the last one.
Burns, Solo. Burns can't keep it, and it's fired all the way down the ice on Hasselman. Leaves her welcome behind his own net. Sets it up. We're Solo on the red line. Solo past Johnson, shot, bounces back behind the boards. Where Solo picks that up. McIntosh on the blue line, back to Welcome. Great block by Johnson. Tapped to the corner by Freer, bats it around. Centering. Burns couldn't get a handle on that. Beautiful high slot pass. Back to Solo. Solo takes the shot, kicked away by Kennedy.
Came out quite far to stop that one as well, challenging.
Welcome bats it over to McIntosh. McIntosh. Poor old Mawson, I think that was a bit of a save. Mawson turned his back on that. That would have really hurt if he would have collected that in the backside.
And they score.
Once again, McIntosh taps it in again. Goes and says hello to the players. He was set up. He skated in unguarded. But there's
beautiful goal again on the power play, making the Swarm pay for their undisciplined actions earlier in this period. So McIntosh receiving that pass from behind the net. So Welcome goes around, looking, has his head up, goes around the net, centering feed right to the stick of McIntosh. He makes no mistake from that slot area, uncontested. He's going to score 9 times out of 10. 2-1 hockey game, Bono. They take the lead.
4 minutes,
back.
52 seconds
SkyCity
left
Stampede.
in this first period. And this will fire up the Swarm. McDonald.
3 goals already, and we have 4.5 minutes left in this first period.
Amston off the boards. Devlin leaves for Hurley. Hurley's muscled and leaves it for Devlin. Devlin still controls. Shot on the net, but not much in it. Thule picks up a puck on the blue line. Shot and lost. Blocked but lost by Hasselman.
Made the save. That almost squeaked through.
Yes, my heart bumped there for a second. Stampede can't get it out of their own zone as McDonald puts on the heat on Freer and taps it into the corner where Amston has to take it behind the net. Sulfur cross ice to Roby. Roby over the blue line, and offside is the call. I think Devlin might have just had a toe over the line.
Just a little bit on that one.
Oof, end to end.
On the replay here. Swarm get it out of the zone. Pass in front of Vornov. And Thuler gets around. He goes one-on-one, takes a shot. That puck squirts. I think that hits the goal post. It does,
After
actually.
It hits Hasselman,
After Hasselman's jersey gets most of it. Swarm getting really close. That's how close the finals can be, folks. Keep watching here.
Burns.
2-1 hockey game.
Mawson picks that up. Bumps off a Sulfur. And Swarm in their own zone. McDonald cross to Mawson. Mawson can't collect it. And Swarm, and looks like Stampede have a full court press on. And it's batted out to the red line where Burns picks that up. Fires it up, intercepted by Johnson. He skates it over the blue line, past Rusky Jones. And loses it behind the net. Burns picks it up, Burns. Big flick pass. And easily contained by the Swarm. Delmonte over the blue line. And Hasselman just gobbles that up and slows things down with exactly 3 minutes left in this first period, Ian.
Yeah, so a slow wrister there by Dalmatau. Just getting the shot on, bit of an odd man rush here. It's a 3-on-4, so the Stampede well back on D. And Hasselman gets the shot, takes it off the paddle and holds on to it, decides to slow it down.
Stepanek gets a quick shot away. Off target though. And it's behind the net. Full press by the Swarm now. And finally, Stampede march it out. Blue line. Shot just across the crease. Rolls to the corner. Centering. Picked up by Stepanek, who gives to Polozov over the blue line. Hammers the brakes on. Cross to Atwell, who is forced to go everybody onside. And offside's the call.
That's unusual there with the way that call is being made. So Polozov makes a really good attempt. He goes back over the blue line and puts his stick over the blue so that he puts himself from an offside to an onside position. But the linesman decides, okay, well, he was still in the zone. I don't know. That's close to call.
I thought it was Stepanek coming out that wasn't out yet.
He might still have been back in.
But yeah, still, I mean, they have to have eyes everywhere. They say that no matter what call a linesman makes, he's hated by half the crowd.
It's a tough job, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Voltnov's big lead pass. Kozak over the blue line, still has it. Shot, big chance.
Rebound here. Oh man, he got a shot off 1-on-3.
Beautiful work, and that was Vortnov, just couldn't collect it well enough to get that second shot away as.
And Kozak gets a trip there, but it looked like Devlin. This is undisciplined play too. So Stampede showing signs potentially of that pressure.
Tripping penalty.
That was retaliatory because they did come together earlier.
Yeah. Yes.
So here's this replay with Kozak. He starts with 1-on-2, goes 1-on-3, shoots the puck. It goes off the goalie. Vortnov gets the pass here, goes off of his stick blade, couldn't control it as he missed an opportunity in the high slot.
Because Hasselman is definitely not in position, having made the
he made that first save with his skate.
Yeah. Oh, well, here we go.
Swarm power play now, 1 minute 51 left in the first period.
Sandoy across the Stepanek. Sandoy, shot, Drifts one in. No one there to pick it up. Polozov along the boards. Cross to Stefanik. Stefanik shot.
And then goal. Polozov scores for the Swarm.
One times it.
Both power play goals for each team here, Dave. So Swarm answer right back very quickly on the Devlin penalty. So that's telling you something very obvious. Don't let these teams go on the power play.
That's right.
They are going to score.
They're being schooled. What do you know from this? You know, what have we learned?
So replay. Polozov across to Stepanik. Stepanik fakes the defender, takes the shot. Rebound gets squirted right to Polozov, and he hammers it one time into the goal. Hasselman can't get over in time underneath him, and it's 2-2 hockey game.
Good heavens, yep. 5 penalties and 4 goals, I think, is what I remember from this first period. So, Walcom, long shot, ends up behind the net, where Sandoy gives chase with just over a minute left in this first period. We got a lot of hockey ahead of us as Solo has it on the blue line. Shot on net, just wide. Freer picks it up. Again, off the boards, rails all the way around. Shot again, bounces off a stick. And
wraparound attempt here, puck's there.
Oh my goodness.
Freer, Lockie gets a shot there. Another good save though.
That wraparound, I don't know where it ended up, but it didn't end up in the net. Great work by Kennedy to get in front of that last shot.
Yeah, so he makes a good save here. He makes the first save. The wraparound attempt gets blocked. Then it goes in front. The Stampede get another shot. McIntosh passes it to Freer, who's open partially, and a good save by Kennedy to hold onto it under pressure. Last minute of the first period here.
As we Bortnoff. Atwell can't control it, and it's batted over the blue line. Mawson fires it in. Burns way up. Mawson can't collect it though, and he's got Walcom on his tail. Walcom can't control it, and it's flicked all the way back down the ice. Where Demontel is giving chase. Connor Harrison bats it up, but Kozak intercepts that. Back into Stampede zone. Walcom. And both teams struggling to control the puck, where Stepanik marches it in.
Yeah, perhaps with the ice, like all the snow buildup on the ice, it's a lot warmer in here now with all the fans.
Mawson from the point.
Last 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds, and they'll just want to play this
out.
out.
On the boards here, both teams looking to get to.
Just get out of here. And Stampede especially get out of jail without having another goal scored on them. First period over, Ian. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Huge entertainment of hockey. Huge.
Yeah, so I guess if you could summarize that up, Dave, in a few sentences, I would certainly start by saying, okay, discipline. So power plays. Power plays then end up hurting both teams, or maybe not hurting if you want to look at it as helping each other team. So you've got here back, like the penalties, the discipline. So both teams very, very offensive on that power play, on the man advantage. They can score.
What this is telling us that both teams are so close that once you get a penalty, that tips the scale in the favor of the power play. 4, like I said, 5 penalties in that period, 4 goals scored on power plays. What's the coach going to do as soon as he goes in there? Stay out of the box.
Yeah, you got to but of course it's an emotional game. We know that. They are competing for the finals trophy here, the Birgel Cup. So there's a lot on the line. When there's a lot on the line, that raises the stakes. Yeah. So the emotions get a lot higher. So discipline definitely a factor, and being disciplined, but being composed, playing well, not being so jittery. There was a lot of giveaways. Yep. Both teams in their defensive zone giving the puck away.
When they
need to try and keep the puck together. Small rink, got to be accurate with your passes. So those are the things right now that I can see anyway that maybe that they need to tidy up, but it is that close for margin of error, so that you got to really capitalize on any mistake, and it looks like both sides are very capable of doing that.
Some huge hits as well in that first period. My goodness, like real earth shakers, open ice hits, which that'll we'll see how the bruises and bumps end up after that first period, because there'll be some very sore people.
Yeah, that's all part of it. I mean, that's what the finals bring out as the best for laying the body on the line, and those bruises, if they're playing for that trophy and they want it that bad, they're going to do that, put the body on the line, but hopefully in a positive way that helps their team. Like big hits are good, but also when the puck is close by and not too late like Vortinov's hit. The puck was released
just
just
too
a
late.
fraction
That's right.
of a second too late.
Ends up in a penalty. And then
Remy Sandoy's his hit on the player that didn't have the puck to get his stick tripped in between them. You know, there's been some discipline on both sides with the trip from the Stampede player behind the net, Devlin tripping
yes.
him up, and then the Swarm get the goal on the power play. So there you go, folks. It is a 2-2 game after one period of play. And if this keeps up at this scoring efficiency rate, we have a massive contest. Could be a very high scoring one. Tune in for the second period action coming
Big entertainment
very soon. Give it a final welcome back. We are here. Dave Dubnik, Ian Wanamaker. We are at the finals in NZIHL. The Birgel Cup is on the line. We've only played one period of hockey, Dave.
It's felt like a whole game.
Four goals.
Yep.
Every single one has been on the power play.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about that earlier. Just stay out of the box because we're going to get in trouble. Both teams.
They're
5
lethal.
goals
Yeah.
or five penalties, 4 goals. Sheesh, that's what it's about.
The power plays are deadly. So there we go. So 21 period of play, 20 minutes is in the books. One small correction that we had. We just got notice from the producers that it is overtime, golden goal.
Golden goal.
So
20 minutes, 3 on 3, but it will go to a golden
when a
goal.
goal scored, that's it.
That's
that
it,
game will finish and be over. That is a result, and that will finalize that particular game. And then you move on to the next game.
Start all over again.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, ice the body.
Yeah.
Feed the body, ice the body, rest the body.
Guys might be getting in those ice baths. That's certainly good for the recovery. And down here, I mean, you got the thermal pools too. And
we got
Millbrook.
Walk out into the snow.
Oh.
First day of spring here in Queenstown. Beautiful day. I mean,
I think it's first day of spring everywhere.
Yeah, but even
I think it more special because it's here?
Okay. But also we have there's a rugby tournament for young ones here. 5,000 participants with the kids and the hangers on.
Yeah.
So Queenstown's fizzing with this going on and skiers and everything.
That's right.
Kind of like Auckland traffic actually.
Yeah, Frankton Road was a little bit busy.
Did I say
you got to get your jabs in when you can. I mean, I'm going to keep you honest, Dave.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse at the moment. We're busy. We're lots of construction going on, much like Auckland.
We're almost ready for puck drop.
All right,
so
let's get into it. I've got a crackle here. All right, great. All right, puck dropped. Here we are, second period. The long shift. And Vortnoff marches it in over the blue line. Bumped off the puck, and Amston rails it around to Sandoy, who taps it all the way back in behind the net. Centering, shot. Hassman forced to save that. Amston dumps it to the red line. Simon takes it into his own zone, collects it. Sandoy with it now. Remy, big saucer pass all the way up. And Amston bats it around. It's picked up by Devlin. Devlin over the blue line, but Harrison was one toe over that line, forcing an offside whistle, stopping the action. 2-2.
Yeah, quite into it. Anyway, right straight in, and both teams again wanting to earn that physical battle. They want to get that puck back as quick as they can.
Welcome, controlling, dumps it in, turned over. Kept in by McIntosh. To the corner to Walcom. Walcom scores!
That's
Ian,
Walcom.
You're a mathematician. Geometry on that angle. Oh, my goodness.
He did not have much to shoot at all.
He was almost stepping on that red, that
goal
line.
Close. So here's the replay here. McIntosh gets it. He does a nice move, goes to the outside on the back end, puts it down to Walcom. Just shoots it there, catches Kennedy. Not sure how that even goes in.
Did it deflect off something?
It looks like it's beat him right between the pad.
Wow, amazing. Welcome. Puck whisperer, perhaps. All right, well, we've got a 3-2 early in the second, making the hometown crowd very happy as Solo drags it into his own zone. Cross ice. Hits Roby.
Another hit there down in the corner.
And we're back on.
That's the one.
Yes, in that swarm zone. You guys were graced with silence from us for a few seconds.
Yeah, that was
Rusky Jones centers, and Roby couldn't tap that in. Rusky Jones, this is a bit of a heart attack line with Roby and Rusky Jones, the younger boys out there at the moment.
You'll have to clarify that one in the break. I'm not sure what you mean. Putting the other team under pressure for a heart attack?
Well, I'm never sure what these young guys are going to do.
Oh, I see.
Solo. Mind you, Sofer's in there to help out. He's an old
steady man.
Yes, warhorse. Burns with it. Drags it into his own zone, being harassed by Johnson. Fires it up where Amston picks it up on the red line, dumps it in, and icing is the call. Amston
Just inside that red line or outside.
Just on the wrong side of the red line. Took the shot. Wow. His first goal scored on
even strength.
Yes, even strength. 3-2. Brought all the way back to the right of Hasselman.
An opportunity there on the replay. That pass gets through to the high slot, but the shot doesn't get through all the way. It's deflected away by a Swarm defender. But in case you just joined us, the Stampede have gone up by a goal in this final. First game, 3-2.
Second period.
Oh.
Connor Harrison and Polazov connect. And both some very seasoned. It won't be their first hit. Won't be their last.
Yeah, and as those players came together, that puck went up into what looked like one of the banners that's hanging up there. Maybe that, I don't know, I'm not a premonitive, like looking at premonitions or anything like that, but did grace and graze one of those banners up there. So no one's got another one yet. We are playing for the finals right now.
Walcom taps it over to Solo. Back to Walcom. Cross ice. Picks it up over the blue line. Dumps in front. Shot. Scores! That's number 3 for Colin Mack.
A hat trick. People have thrown their hats on the ice, and they are up by 2 with McIntosh's third of the game already.
That was an unfortunate giveaway in the Swarm zone, and McIntosh, a bit of a spin, and I think caught Kennedy off guard.
He dropped his right shoulder. It looked like it went high. It does. It goes high in that blocker side, right above the shoulder, making an accurate, very pinpoint shot. And people here are up and cheering. They are throwing the hats out onto the ice.
Queenstown's not a town that you want to give up a hat because, man, it gets cold. So they must be really appreciative of that third goal by Colin McIntosh. We're talking,
one of the most consistent scorers for the Stampede in the regular season, and a potent player throughout any situation, penalty kill, power play.
When you watch him, he's smooth. Doesn't look like he's moving that fast, but his hands are spectacular.
Yeah, and you saw that great laser shot there. So Swarm down 2 in the second period, 4-2 to the Stampede.
Solo, shot on net, but bounced off the boards by Kozak, and Kozak picks it up, but he's muscled off the puck by Freer on the red line. And that's fired up both teams as Swarm know that they need to get back in this. And Stampede are just hyped by that last goal by McIntosh. Solo over the red line, fires it in. Great move by Arobi to step past it.
You saw that hit coming, you just sidestepped it and put the puck around.
And Sandoy behind the net. Wharton off, hits. And it's rolled back in on. And Canada's on. So there's a little bit of back and forth there on the blue line, and it ended up a shot on net. Canada gloved it. There's that rule that if there's no pressure on you, you must release as a goaltender, but Stampede were quick to race in, create pressure, forcing the whistle.
Yeah, and they did crash that net. And Canada, again, a bit of a wise move there to hold on to that puck. Hopefully he can regain his composure after getting that goal scored, going over top of him.
Puck dropped to the left of Canada. Marched up. McDonald can't collect it, and it's fired back onto the red line. Big shot all the way from the red line, right on target, forcing Hasselman to make that save. Puck bouncing around on the blue line. Thule, cross ice to McDonald, I believe. And Hurley banged off the puck in the corner, kicks it behind the net to True. Amston, little flick pass, and it bounces through one Swarm player, but collected and banged back into Stampede area. Thuler off the red line, taps it back in, back to Thuler. Delmonte can't complete his pass, but it's fired on the net. Devlin over the red line, fires it in. Turned around by Simon over the red line. And offside is the call.
That's unusual because the call was whistled down, Dave, but there was no touch of the puck.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's
So
got to be, yeah.
That is, I think the referee
Theoretically.
stepped in and has called that puck, the face-off to be on the Stampede side here.
Theoretically, that Polozov could have turned around and gone back over the blue line.
Yeah, but the whistle did go, so that we do get a stoppage and we get to reset here.
Sandoy in his own zone. In the corner, being dogged by Walcom. Sandoy picks up his own pass, tips it off to Polozov, across ice to Stepanek, and Hasselman making a very, very tidy glove save.
Yeah, Stepanek did lean on that shot, and Hasselman, being a large goaltender, having to reach down with the glove instead of making a kind of a block, like a save
Upward
with the pad.
motion, which is common, yeah.
So he's already getting in that set position by dropping down to the butterfly and making that save. So a good reactionary save by Hasselman, especially when his team needs him right now.
Back to Simon on the point. Tangled up, Stepanek in front, gets a shot away. Centering.
Puck loose
Bouncing
in
in front, and Stepanek just couldn't get a good handle on that as Hasselman, that big body, laid down. Big deflection. Oh, and finally,
Backhanded in by Delmatel.
Delmatel's finally
found the
bouncing.
net. Wow, there's a lot of pressure there.
I don't know why there was so much clutter. No clearing by the Stampede. Great work by the Swarm.
So
Keeping the heat on. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
You see here as Delmatel will get the puck, goes to the point to Simon. Simon takes a wrist shot from the blue line, tipped in front by Polozov. Puck squirts to Delmatel, gets one shot at it, gets blocked. Then he gets the rebound on the backhand side, and he makes no mistake. That sends us to 7 total goals here in 2 periods, not even 2 periods of play. We've had only 1.5 periods, really, and it's a 4-3 hockey game, game 1 of the finals.
Stampede are going to have to work harder on getting that out. How many actual shots on net were there in that series? There was about 5 or 6 without clearing that, and that just can't happen in playoff hockey.
There's some big hits here happening as a lot of bodies hitting and flying into the boards and glass.
That's Resky Jones and Kozak going nose to nose, so to speak. And it's cleared around behind the net. Sulfur with it behind the net. Sulfur back to the point. Shot from the point. Great shot by Freer and great save.
Good save, yes. I can see Freer using one of those new Enigma sticks, trying to shoot like McIntosh. And, man, they get a good release away.
Yeah,
that puck comes off the wall and then it goes right up to Freer. He elects to shoot it, and traffic was in front, but it looked like Kennedy could see it, so then he makes that save, and you get a stoppage.
Those Enigma sticks, 20% more goals in every stick. Sulfur and Mawson collide in the corner, but it ends up on Walcom's stick. Rails it around behind the net. Sulfur picks it up, muscling against Mawson. Mawson ends up with it. Mawson tries to get it up, but Rusky Jones just taps it back in. Vortnov controlling in his own zone. Mawson taps it up into Stampede area. Burns being harassed heavily.
Yes, and that's Josh Steen, his first shift of the game, and good to see him playing in the finals.
Great work by Steen there. Does what needs to happen. Cross ice to Devlin, can't collect it. And Winston Lee taps it in. Harrison picks up a puck, taps it into the red line. McDonald with it now for the Swarm. Hill, first skate for him, I believe, as well.
He's been on the first, just hasn't seen a lot of ice time.
And Burns with it in his own zone, being harassed by Steen. Harrison just taps it to the red line, can't get it further. And it's turned around by Thuler. Making the shot, centering, shot. I don't know what it hit. I don't
hit something.
Yeah.
I think Hasselman got a hand on it.
And again, Swarm are pressing hard, just all over in front of the net. And Burns with it. Burns cross ice to Hurley, who's forced to race for it, and he'll get to it. Hammers on the brakes in the corner. Knocked down. There's 3 Stampede players, a couple Swarm players in that corner. The rest of the ice is empty with all those players in there. Shot forcing Kennedy. And that's Solo taking that quick shot, and Kennedy gobbles that up.
Yeah, as we'll check out this replay here. during this Birgel Cup NZIHL final. The puck comes around. Stampede player steps in, gets it, cuts in the middle, takes his shot, and Kennedy makes a save and covers it up.
So we're rolling on. Face off to the left of Kennedy. Walcom taps it in front of the net. Or McIntosh carries behind. Still controlling on his knees. Still trying to. And Remy, I think they might as well just leave him in the penalty box because he's got another.
Third. Yeah, that's this one we have to take another look at for sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Because McIntosh goes down, and Sandoy's in the process of skating by him. I don't know if he gives him a knee or like makes contact with him. I think they're going to call it boarding. So Sandoy hits him. He goes down. He's on his knee. He's still he's falling.
And he's trying to play the puck.
He plays the puck. And then, he does get hit. So that's a challenging call. So if he's on his knees and playing the puck,
then he's
hit in that.
Fair game.
But is he fair game? But he's on his knees.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're hitting you're kind of defenseless when you're down like that.
Yeah, but he's playing the puck. So it doesn't.
That's
whatever.
Resulted in a penalty.
Doesn't matter what we say. They've given him.
They've called it.
And here we have a power play for the SkyCity Stampede. Back to the point. Solo. McIntosh. He's got Solo on the point on the blue line. Solo shot scores.
And they score just like that.
Yeah.
5-3 here, Dave. They get a goal. What a quick response, man, oh man, on the power play.
Seconds into that power play, setting it up. Just being allowed to pass, find the opening.
So they have it on the wall. They've got the puck. Looking, brings the man towards him. Shot from the point. It looks like it just beats him clean with some traffic in front.
Bit of traffic creates the clutter, creates the screen. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure that Kennedy would love to have that back again.
Yeah, that is 5 goals. The SkyCity Stampede. We have not even got to the halfway point of this game, and we've already got 8 goals, Dave. This is unbelievable for a finals.
Yeah, I expected it to be a very, very low-scoring affair.
Yeah, because of the standings, they finished within 1 point of each other. And you would expect those teams, because they are so close, maybe because they're so high scoring, but it's clear that they are able to put the puck in the net.
Let's go back to rule number 4, Dave Dumnick's hockey. Stay out of the box. All but 1 goal? No, 2 goals.
Have been scored off the power play, on regular 5-on-5 play. So the man advantage is being exploited here.
Exploited. Good word.
Team.
Good word. McDonald forced into his own zone in the corner. Chooses to carry and does well to get past Rusky Jones and Roby. Bumps it up to Kozak, but he's robbed and turned around by Solo. And Kennedy chooses to just cover that up and slow things down. So
we get another look at the goal here that makes this game a 2-goal lead for the Stampede. The puck goes up to the point, a shot. Again, it looks like it's just a clean wrist shot that beats Kennedy.
That's a powerful wrist shot. Back to the point. Solo with it. Solo shot off of a pad. And Vortnoff picks that up. Fires it up. Kozak collects it, but referee gets in the way. Solo flicks it up all the way down the ice, and it's on target. So Kennedy is forced to touch it, no icing. Sandoy skates it up. Sandoy. And Atwell's knocked down.
A bit of a broken stick and a high stick.
Remy breaks his stick, and it's laying on the ice. A couple of the Stampede players were moments ago. Freer forced into his own zone, bats it up, but not out. Polozov dumps it back. Vortnoff dumps it back in. Harrison loses on the red line. Johnson can't collect it on the blue line, and Freer and Johnson go to the corner with it. Hurley rails it around to Amston. Amston, big lead pass off of Devlin's skate, feeds Harrison. But Hurley, just lots of hitting happening as centering pass. Beautiful centering by Devlin, but no one there to collect it. Hopkinson bats it in off from the red line, and Amston collects that. Rails it up and all the way down where Kennedy pushes it behind the net. Mawson. Johnson loses it to Harrison, but Johnson collects it again. And it's battle for it behind the net. Walcom taps around to Burns, taps around to Amston. Big lead pass. Harrison can't collect it. Polozov in his own zone.
The pace seems to have slowed down just a touch here, Dave.
After all those big hits, I'm not surprised, to be fair. Demonte collects it on the red line. Cross ice to Stepanek. Centering for Kozak. Can't collect it as that puck drifted in front of the net. Unguarded,
if they
untouched.
Just control the puck, they can have a shot on net.
Did a great job.
And they score. Stepanek back door. What hands
fast,
on a big man.
Quick hands.
Yeah.
Quick hands.
Polozov gets him the puck, and he just wrapped it right around.
Hasselman was
on the other side.
Yeah.
Didn't
on
get
the
across.
other he was on the other coast, and Stepanek.
Man, the Swarm have answered back each time that the Stampede have gone ahead, and it is back on track here for the Swarm, getting it closer to the 1-goal lead now for the Stampede. So Polozov gets the puck here, goes in behind, passes to Stepanek. Stepanek in one motion takes the puck and then goes in on the backhand, puts it in.
Smooth and quick because he didn't have a lot of time to do that.
No, and he went right around the net and put it in, and Hasselman just couldn't get across.
And he was unguarded too.
There was no Stampede defender on that right side, so they were definitely looking at the puck. So something that the Stampede may want to address in their own zone, because that's how they got scored on last time in a similar manner.
Left unguarded, yes.
And that was 5-on-5.
That was a 5-on-5, first 5-on-5 goal for the Swarm. Moving it out of their own zone.
So 8 minutes in the second here, Dave. Just sorry, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's halfway through. As Simon cross ice, but Roby bats that out of the air and collects it on the blue line. It's funny how we have this beautiful stick handling, and then we'll have these moments of just can't control the puck.
Yeah, that's the unpredictable nature of this game.
Remy Sandoy up to Vortnov, takes a huge shot. Passed over from Hasselman to Solo. Hits Harrison. And Sandoy and Harrison in the corner. Harrison ends up with it. Rails it around behind the net. Centering, and no one there. Just a whole bunch of bodies.
Just a diving attempt by Harrison to get that puck, but missed.
Dylan Devlin couldn't control that, and as Harrison elects to skate to the bench, letting Freer come out. Devlin's a Swarm sandwich. And great shot by Winston Lee. And Freer can't catch that rolling puck as Mawson drags it behind the net. Mawson's knocked down, as is Devlin. They're both looking for their own sticks.
Yeah, both sticks went flying after the collision.
And Swarm's controlling in that zone. Bouncing puck. And finally tapped out by McIntosh, where Freer picks it up on the blue line. He's got McIntosh, who takes
What a save by Kennedy. Great shot by McIntosh.
Again,
looking for 4 in the
bouncing
first
puck
game.
causing problems. Kennedy just drifted in front of that was just a batted puck. And Kennedy pulls off a great save. Amston with it. Bats it all the way up to Freer. And Walcom walks in,
here.
Shot off of a shoulder of Kennedy, still controlling in the corner. Hits McIntosh, who can't control it. And Stepanek passes it up over the blue line. Shot off a post. Huge action at the moment. If you just joined us, it's 5-4 with sort of half the second period gone. So halfway through this game. Whew, and we got a whistle.
Yeah, 5:41 up on that clock, and it is, as you said, a 5-4 hockey game. We are back to a 1-goal game here, Dave, as Freer breaks in over the blue line against the Swarm, passes in front, and in one sweeping motion was McIntosh does well to get that shot on net, but Kennedy up to task, and he gets a save. Swarm go directly the other way, counter-attacking, where Polozov gets a chance up against Hasselman.
Yep, McIntosh against Demontel. And it rolls to the corner behind the net. Batted up into the corner. We'll welcome. And it ends up on Simon's stick. Simon still has it. Cross ice to Polozov. Polozov centering. Puck rolling around in his feet and skates in front of the net. And Welcome takes a swing at it, but Simon wins that. And bats it against the boards. Freer picks it up on the red line. Over the red line, fires it in. Kennedy's behind the net, stops it.
Good takeaway there as Welcome gets onto it.
And pass in front. McIntosh can't collect it. And deflected shot from Welcome.
Yeah, good determination there by Welcome. He comes in, and this is a skill that's often underrated, and I think it's a massive thing to have as a hockey player, is takeaways. As we just get a chance here to look at the replay where Swarm just couldn't hold on to that puck, but they put it in front, bounces around in the slot area. Again, not getting it through in a clean fashion. But yeah, Welcome with a great takeaway.
Mawson carries behind the net. Atwell to the red line. Atwell has it on over, tries to drag it over the blue line, bumped off the puck, and Burns picks that up. Harrison, Arobi. Solo can't get it. He's tried about 4 times on it. Couldn't control it. And Burns with it. Burns standing still. Feeds Solo. Solo steps.
What a move.
He beat Mawson like a rented mule. Just made Mawson right between the legs.
Do you beat rented mules? Is that what people do these days,
well,
Dave?
back in my day.
Do you even have mules that you rent in New Zealand?
The old days,
ridiculous.
back in the day.
I don't know,
back
mate.
in the day.
That was an unbelievable undressing move. If anything, he just went around him like he wasn't even there.
Mawson
is
made a
a
swing
huge
at
guy.
it, but yeah, he's a big guy. Lots of area. He covers lots of area, but beautiful step past him. Hopkinson to McDonald on the blue line, loses it, and it rolls onto the red line where Devlin tries to carry it. Harrison picks up a bouncing puck and takes a shot high. And Swarm march it over the blue line. And there'll be interference
on Devlin. So he's going to go. He's been in the box already. This would be his second time now. So we talked about this at the break. Dave, is the discipline, and that it's coming through. The emotion is high in a very close game.
Can't afford those penalty box.
So the pass comes up the wing. McDonald tries to get it out of his reach, and then he just gets clean. Well, he doesn't get cleaned out. He gets stepped into, impeding his progress. So, yeah, that is.
He didn't have control of the puck, and it was So he's
he couldn't
interfered.
reach it. He was trying to get to the puck, so the puck is in front of him, and he was definitely slowed down. So that's going to be a call. Power play to the Swarm.
All right, we'll see what if they can harvest something out of it. No tripping on that. Back to Stepanek on the point. Drifts into the middle and forcing Hasselman. Shot from Stepanek. Good shot, forcing Hasselman to gobble that up.
Yeah, so Stepanek gets it at the top here, and he kind of looks as he tries to see an opening. He does. He takes a hard shot from the point with Mawson in front, looking for a rebound, but nothing going or gained from that one.
Once again, Mawson in front. That's a big unit.
Yeah.
He's powerful.
He's got a lot of strength, and he holds ground there. And tries to take the eyes away.
Back to McDonald on the point. Rails it around. Solo collects it. And Solo can't play with his stick centering.
And a goal.
Stepanek.
Great setup there.
Drifted all the way in from the point position.
He just put himself in a position to score, Dave, and he does. That equalizes the game, folks. We are back to a tie game. 5-5 in the second period. Last 3 minutes, 24 seconds. Swarm score to equalize. So
we've got 10.
Play without a stick. Mawson, patient as, sucks the goalie and the player across, passes to an open Stepanek, and he puts it in. 5-5 hockey game.
5-all.
10 goals. What a final. I hope you are entertained. Anybody watching this, a final game with 10 goals, and we are far from finished.
Simon on the red line, bumped off the puck. On Sandoy, can't collect it as Welcome gives chase. And Solo can't keep it in. Tap back to Freer. Drags it into his own zone. Off the boards.
That's
and
an
icing is the
call.
call.
Now, Dave, with all these goals being scored, would you have a consideration for a goalie change at this stage?
No, well, yeah, both Grace Harrison and Aston Brooks, great goalies.
Excellent. That's why I asked,
Yeah.
because you have some supreme options as backups to come in. I wouldn't say you would pull them, but is that something that could be considered here? That's an awful lot of goals in
But
such a short period of time
Are
in a
those
final
goals?
game.
I guess it's a momentum thing and emotional thing, because those goals are not, well, I wouldn't say goaltender errors. They were very in close house. You know, they should be clearing out. They should be clearing out the slot, not allowing Stepanek to walk in like they did there.
So this is it, something we'll discuss at the break.
We will do that. Centering, Solo picks a rolling puck off the glass, batted back in by Freer, and again back around. Voltinov taps it down, and Burns gives chase. Freer collects it, can't collect it, where McIntosh picks it up. He drifts just into Swarm zone, and it's batted back out. Burns intercepted by McDonald, and just a little too much heat on that rolling puck. And
He just decides to take a shot there. He had some options in the high slot. The third man trailing coming in. He just decided to take the shot, possibly at the end of a shift.
yes, there was two players, I believe. Was there two drifting in? And he chose to take the shot. Perhaps looking for a rebound as we face off to the right of Hasselman. Quick shot. Good save, but it rolled out in front of him, out in front of Hasselman, where he was forced to gather that up.
Yeah, the Swarm do win the faceoff here, Dave, and then it goes to Polozov, and he eventually gets it and shoots the puck real quick, and it goes off the stick of Hasselman and then glove.
Mawson with that shot.
Lockered away. So that was on target.
Polozov rails it around for Mawson on the point. Mawson. So in the corner with Polozov. Polozov. Not sure why the Stampede are standing off. It's 5-on-5.
Leaving the puck to the outside here as the Swarm are just controlling it.
Defending. And Mawson with it again on the point. Burns clears it up, but not out. And it's batted back along the boards for Polozov to pick up.
There's a different strategy for the Swarm, keeping that puck on that outside. The Stampede are leaving them, letting them play with it until they've given it away.
Amston carrying all the way over the blue line. Bats it in. And Mawson collects it. Big forward pass.
Last minute in this second period.
Amston over the red line. Shot. Puck bounces and dragged behind the net by Mawson. Polozov. Big lead pass. Great step. Delmate almost made that work as he stepped past one hit. Shot. And again, great toe save by Kennedy. But no Stampede there to tap it in.
Yeah, because there was a rebound.
Still being harassed by Devlin, but he carries it behind the net. Stepanek flicks it up, hits the timber with 18 seconds left in this second period. Oof.
So what's the call, Dave, if the puck is, say you're in your defensive zone and it's flicked without being touched directly into the roof? Is that just hit the roofing? There's not delay of game. It has to
depending
go.
on, it'll be a call from the ref. Usually it's just a off the roof.
But yeah, because if it's into the mesh, then that's different delay.
I guess
Unusual.
so. Good question.
Yeah, we got 10 seconds left in this second period. 5-5 is the score. We're tied.
Stampede can't collect it, and big shot by Fuller. And that ends that period.
And that will be the horn. That will do it for two periods of play. We have got a 5-5 game here, Dave, and it's Botany Swarm. They've got 5. SkyCity Stampede, they have 5. And speaking of 5s, the SkyCity Stampede, well, if you multiply their shot total, it's multiplying that 5 by a 6 to equal 30. And then you multiply 5 again by 7, and that gives you 35. That is the amount of shots that the Botany Swarm have currently. So, Fano, this is an exciting matchup. We have a total of 10 goals already scored in this game.
Only the
Swarm
second
having
period.
and the Swarm have come back each time the Stampede have scored, except there was a 2-goal gap in that period, and then the Swarm have come back to make it equalize 5-5. They were down
fighting
5-3,
back. Never say
5-4,
die.
5-5.
Never say die.
So that's it. This is a never say die game, and what's on the line here? What are they playing for, Dave?
Well, this is the
Anyone who
Birgel Cup.
doesn't know.
Yeah. This is for the Birgel Cup. This is the first of a 2, possibly 3-game series. Finals, all big bag of marbles this weekend. Queenstown Arena. It's cold outside, very hot inside. Great hockey. Few penalties, maybe too many.
Is that the difference right now? You're looking at some of the special teams was a key difference in that first period. Second period action saw a few more key penalties that had led to some outcomes. And Sky City, they definitely capitalized with McIntosh getting in on the board.
Now, you spoke earlier about goaltending. None of these goalies are 5-goal goalies. They are tighter than that, but this just shows you how much that little change of the power play and just beautiful work by Stepanek on those goals, just tap ins.
Yeah, well, he's being set up. He's put himself in a good position because he has the man advantage, and he knows where to go and get into that area where there's space. So the reason I asked that is only because the quality of the backup goaltenders, Aston Brooks and Grace Harrison, all in the high 90s or mid 90s for their save percentage. And if we want a bit of a spark or a change, this is a coaching decision that could and may be made if you want to get that momentum back or some kind of shift and rev your team back up with the backstop change. I don't know. I don't know if you would make that call right now. It might be too early, but it's just that I raised the question. Just anybody out there, you might be thinking, what could you do? What do you do?
Because the word backup isn't fair.
No,
that's not. It's just the other goalie. Because they're both Aston and Grace, fantastic, outstanding goaltending. Oh boy.
So let's see. And in this third period, who does make the start for both teams if Canada stays? And same thing for Hasselman if they're going to continue the game. And not saying that it's all fault on goalies, but they feel that heat a lot. They're on the most. They play the most in the game, and they're lauded or they're the GOAT. So it's kind of like, how do we play this? What are we going to do? So lots of questions to be answered. Yeah,
for the unexperienced, if a forward makes a mistake, you got the defenseman. Defenseman makes a mistake, you got the goalie.
But last line of defense.
Goalie makes a mistake, it's a goal. And you got to remember that all of these plays, all of these goals started way back from a lost stick, a trapped up stick,
everything that
or
leads
a lost
to it,
puck.
and that's what you got to focus on.
We'll talk more about that.
Absolutely. As we get some fans out here, they're selecting, I think, 5 people. They put up a $500 prize if they can manage to sink this shot. There's actually 2 spots they can shoot into that goal. They've got little space. $500. I'd be keen to shoot on there. That's fantastic prize money.
I think the last 2 nights here, as in the last 2 games we've had, they've had winners. So it can happen.
They can do it again. All right, we're going to take a short break. Come back for third period action. Please don't miss it. NZIHL Finals, playing for that Birgel Cup. SkyCity Stampede against the Botany Swarm.
Thank you.
Kia ora whanau, ko Ian, toko inawa, ko Wanamaker te iwi. Welcome back to this NZIHL live broadcast. I am Ian Wanamaker alongside the not present Dave Dudnick. He's just stepped away. He's probably just using the facilities as we are getting set to get into this third period action. It is 5-5. We have 10 total goals in this game for a final game one of a best of 3 series. First team to win 2 games wins the shiny silver mug as the Birgel Cup. Fantastic action that will be coming your way again. I don't know if we're going to see that many more goals. 4 goals in the first period, 6 in the second. Colin McIntosh has already got a hat trick, so 1 to watch for the SkyCity Stampede. Solo's got 1 for the Stampede. And rounding off their scoring is Walcom. He's got another one. That short angle shot that was unbelievable. I could not believe how he scored that, almost on the red line. But each time the SkyCity Stampede have scored, there's been an instant reply, almost instant, for the Swarm team. And scoring for the Swarm in that second period, we've got Ivan Delmato. He got on the board with a pass from Stepanek. He's in the mix again. And he scores twice more for the Botany Swarm. So this is an unbelievable contest here, team. And we're going to get into action. Short break. We'll get back to it soon. Kia ora whanau. We will try that once again, Ko'i and Tokawino. We are back at Queenstown Ice Arena.
Hockey Town.
Hockey Town in New Zealand. That is fantastic. They're referring to it as Hockey Town. I love it. Hopefully you love it as well. We love the fact that you are watching this live stream broadcast. Again, I'm Ian Wanamaker, one of the commentators. This is Dave Dubnik. We are very privileged to be able to offer this service to you. And it is the finals, NZIHL finals, Dave.
Yes.
And we've got the SkyCity Stampede in their beautiful gold and blue shirts playing against the Botany Swarm in the white and, I don't know, what do you call that? Maroon, kind of burgundy.
Bit of everything there.
White type jersey.
But we've got a very close battle. We're into the third period, 2 spectacular periods. It's like nothing's been happening because 5 goals apiece. So we're down to, who's going to have the energy.
I couldn't get past that nothing's been happening. I'm like, have you seen the scoreboard?
My point is,
there's a lot going on. Let's get into game action.
Oh,
we're about to drop that puck.
Third period action. Pointy end of the game, pointy end of the season for the Birgel Cup. 1 of 2, possibly 3 games.
This is it. I heard someone say, you told me there were marbles in the cup, and we're playing for the marbles and the cup.
Oh, man. You don't know I'm pretty old in my sayings. This is
That's
for
all
the
right.
bag of marbles. The whole bag of marbles.
I've got a whole bunch that don't make sense either, so keep them
when I was little, playing marbles for the whole bag was a big thing. All right.
Yeah.
Stampede in their own zone, clearing it up. But not out. Sandoy takes a shot just wide. Rolls onto early stick. Tapped in front. Burns couldn't collect it. Rolls to the corner. Tapped out finally. Simon collects it. Hits Hurley stick. Taps it into Swarm zone. Rolls behind the net. Harrison picks that up. Can't collect. Vortnoff clears it up. On the red line is Delmentel. Cross ice. Can't center. And tapped into the corner. Up. And finally, can't quite reach Connor Harrison and Thulu. And Harrison chase for it in the corner. Behind the net. Harrison centering. And Mac Walcom can't collect that. Freer bouncing puck on the blue line. Solo. Up to Walcom. And Walcom taps it in around where Freer gives chase. Stepanek cross ice pass to Polozov on the blue line. Hammers on the brakes. Loses it across the blue line. Battling for it is Walcom. Polozov and Solo.
Very tight checking to start this period. Very kind of measured approach by both teams here, Dave.
I like that word measured. They know that they can't afford anything.
Well, they can't take that extra risk. They have to be a bit more composed, and that their discipline has cost both teams, so they are a little bit more cautious.
Icing is waved off as True chases it behind the net, skates it up. Walcom being dogged by Mawson. Back to True. Across to Amston. Walcom over the blue line. Shot kicked away by Kennedy. Rolls around. No one there to collect that. And True's forced to chase it down with McDonald heavy on his tail.
Oh, that almost took out one of the coaches. That went right off the Swarm stick and up. And that has put a little bit of a dent. Sorry there, Birdie, in your number 2 Haynes that's just gone up. So we'll have to get that readjusted and smoothed over, because that is a fantastic accomplishment for you, Sir Haynes. I can call you that. You're definitely an absolute beauty and almost a knight, I would say, in the ice hockey communities for sure.
Yeah, the Silver Fox. Roby skates it up to the blue line where Sofer picks up a bouncing puck. Kozak collects a bouncing puck off the red line. He has the puck tapped off him. Sandoy taps it in.
It seems like it's going to be the first mistake, Dave, that's going to
Nobody wears Kozak, collects a missed pass. Couldn't quite collect it well enough. And again, Roby losing it
just
on
in
the
that
red line.
neutral zone, just giving it away, like shot there.
Now, you said something earlier about mistakes. And people are being so cautious. It's
that's when you get a little tense, right?
Yeah,
you tighten up a little bit, and here the puck he kind of leaves it in the neutral zone. I don't know if he's avoiding the hit or not, and Vortnov says, All right,
take
well,
that. Yeah.
I'll take
I'll
that,
take
thanks.
that. Yeah.
And it goes the other way in a shot against the goal. So if you don't want to give up shots on your goalie, like,
It's funny, these boys have been playing hockey all their life, very relaxed at it, but yet you think, yeah, I guess this is a tense moment and a tense game.
great play there as the Swarm had another opportunity. Polozov passed in front to Dalmatel. Dalmatel one time that. Hasselman making another good save here.
Feeding from behind the net, great work. That behind the net play seems to be working well for the Swarm.
Well, they're moving Hasselman. They know he's a big goalie, so getting him right to left, left to right is definitely a strategy that's been proving to work.
Pass not quite in front. Burns picks that up. Hurley's robbed, standing still, and it rolls to the corner. Back to the Dalmate. There's a chance. Dalmate steals it from Harrison. And then the shot on net. Burns. Solo. Big flick pass to Hurley. And waved off, so they give chase. And it's back behind the net, where Thuler spins past Devlin over the blue line. Thuler, red line, fires it on target. And Solo picks that up, taps it up to Devlin. Devlin, Mawson pushes hard against Devlin, but Devlin still controls into the zone and then loses it. Mawson picks that up behind the net. Mawson cross ice to McDonald. McDonald over the blue line. True gets a big piece of that. But McDonald picks it up behind the net, centering. Whoa.
Busy B there, Mr. Marcus McDonald, skating hard, getting a good pressure play there as he gets rewarded, and he gets all the way into the back of the zone. That's the end of that play. McDonald was on the backhand, looking to center it, fluttering puck, but Hasselman read that well, stopped it with his paddle, and then covered it up, and now the Stampede have a face-off in their D zone.
Railing it around to Freer. Can't get a piece of it, and it rolls to the red line and all the way back onto
Simon's
Kennedy's
crunched
stick.
there hard by
McIntosh.
McIntosh.
And there's a shot deflected wide by True. McIntosh controlling, or Walcom controlling, and can't quite get the shot.
A little bit of extra shot, so Atwell took exception to that, and he pushes back to McIntosh as he kind of says, hey, I don't really like you touching our goaltender after he's covered the puck. So Walcom goes around the net here. He's curling around, turns to get the shot. It actually goes off Atwell's skate and then onto Canada, who clearly has the puck. And McIntosh takes a swat at it, and then Atwell says, hey, please don't do that to my goaltender. I don't like it when you do that. And then they just said, please, yeah, I'll take it into consideration, and nothing doing.
Face off. True taps it to the corner. Freer tries to collect it, but Sandoy bumps him off the puck. It's finally railed around to Walcom, and True can't get a piece of it. Freer forced to chase it into his own zone to McIntosh, who bats it in, where Walcom chases it against Thuler. Thuler, Walcom behind the net. Simon picks that up. Simon up to McDonald. Marcus McDonald over the red line, over the blue line. Great setup in front.
It was a nice block, though, by Mitchell Freer to stop that shot from Hopkinson.
Lockie Freer taps it up, and just his flick was a little too generous, giving
right into Kennedy. He'll hold on to that.
I think he was looking for a bounce kind of in front of Kennedy, but what do I know?
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Mr. Bryce Rouse, because I'm going to use his analogy that he uses from one of the games. Marcus McDonald's been making a nuisance of himself out there with his speed. Certainly youthful energy there. Could be a player to watch soon in this third period.
So Swarm march it out of their own zone. It's broken up by Amston. Cross ice to Burns. Burns over the blue line to Rusky Jones. Red line dumps it in. Thula gives chase behind the net. Stepanek feeds Polozov over the red line. Polozov, big shot, blocker save and kicked to the blue line, where Sofer picks it up. Sofer tries to muscle past Mawson, who gives him a shove. Mawson still trying to get onto him. And it's batted off his stick onto Mawson's stick behind the net.
But you'll see that, Dave. It's another example of Stampede gaining entry, but then Swarm staying composed and getting on the man and getting the puck back.
One time.
Which leads to that opportunity in the offensive zone. So
That's
again,
right.
we talk about simple plays. That's not entirely simple. With Swarm putting defensive pressure to gain the puck back, which leads to Dalmatel getting the puck in the O-zone for the Swarm, passing it over to Stepanek, getting that one-time shot, which we haven't seen him do. He hasn't shot the puck a lot. He only has been shooting it after a nice pass and putting it in the net. So one-time shot's not in.
One time where Harrison slips, picks up the puck, being dogged by Hay. Harrison still has it, back to the point. Flick in front, blocked by Vortinoff, sorry. And it rolls all the way back down into Stampede zone. Simon with it on the red line, taps it across to Remy Sandoy. Sandoy fires it up to Vortinoff, hits Hopkinson in front. Hopkinson fights off to Stampede to get that shot away. And back in the corner, we've got Harrison being banged against the boards by who else? Remy Sandoy. Very
in the battle.
Yeah, in the battle. And a shot from the red line. And Sandoy picks that up in the corner. And Swarm put it into Stampede zone. But Stampede quickly turn it around, like you say. They march it in. Block shot, shot again.
Good save, Pat Kennedy. Hard, high shot.
Walcom picks up his own rebound, cross ice, and tapped by Sandoy to break that up, because that Walcom McIntosh.
Yeah, looking for that combo, and also being a left-hand shot on that other side. Oh, sorry, McIntosh is on the right side, so he's not taking a one-timer. He'd have to corral it to see it as Harrison stumbled a little bit. Sandoy puts it away.
That's a couple stumbles Harrison's made. I wonder if it.
And then he gets hit hard onto that sideboard. We're just seeing that replay, Dave.
Yeah, it was that Remy again. It's very physical. Donald clearing up. And McDonald has it in his own zone. Being harassed by Walcom. It's up to the red line. Polozov has it. Takes it into his own zone. Delmate on the red line, over the blue line. Shot. Kicked. Batted to the side. But trying to wrap around and tapped up. And McIntosh gives chase. McDonald bats that out. Intercepted by Walcom. Walcom rolling puck.
That's Robbie taking the shot there. He stepped in and grabbed it. As I think the defender for Swarm, he was looking to go up ice as he saw he had a couple of wingers and a centerman ready to break in, but that resulted in a 3-on-2 kind of situation for the Stampede.
Quick turnaround.
And didn't get all of his shots.
Rolling puck.
It might have been deflected as well. So 5-5 after a flurry of goals in the first and second period. Nothing to show for it in the third. 11:38 in this third period. Stay tuned for this. This is excellent hockey action. The best of the best here going at it. NZIHL finals.
Atwell rails it around to Mawson on the far side. Mawson fires it up. And icing is the call.
Yeah, often when they make these calls, Dave, for icing, the linesman has to use judgment to determine whether or not that player is going to, like an offensive player, is going to get to the puck first before the hash marks. And if a defender is in that position to earn the puck, then that's going to be called. And that was a situation, it was very close, but that's an icing charge. Stampede in good shape.
Quick shot by Sofer.
He did not miss by much there. That was a quick set play.
Burns carries into his own zone, feeds Rusky Jones, who feeds Sofer. Back to Rusky Jones, over the red line, dumps it in. Mawson forced behind his line. And a missed opportunity there. Shot. Just high. Lost puck by.
Yeah, Kozak didn't get the puck out of the zone in the top of the blue line. That's an area they definitely need to get the puck out. Otherwise, they could get punished. Which led to that Stampede chance.
Hopkinson can't keep it in. Rolls back onto Simon's stick in his own zone. Battling for it along the boards. It's tapped in behind the net. Burns. Solo, long shot from the red line. allowing Stampede to give chase. Centering. Hurley. Shot. Oh, spectacular save.
Yeah, excellent save as Kennedy does the splits to make that stop. In good position to make it. As you see here, Hurley just gets all of it. Kind of an unorthodox wrist shot as he did like a Bambi with the spread legs. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not generating a lot of power because he had to use a lot of upper body to shoot that puck.
I don't know if it was with his trying to collect the puck there or what he was trying to do, but yeah, it was great save. Kennedy, glove.
So 10 minutes 28 here, Dave. Third period action. Final 5-5, and we are still tied.
Bit of a correction on that. We might be going into overtime, 3-on-3. It will be golden goal.
Yeah, so 20-minute overtime.
Puck bouncing in front. And Harrison racing in to collect that as Kennedy was kind of out of position, but nothing of it as the defense clear it out.
Marcus McDonald beats out the defender there for the Stampede to get to the puck.
Man, he's got some wheels. Freer, shot. He had Devlin marching in with him.
So again, Dave, like you see, like Marcus McDonald speeds down, gets the puck behind Amson, who's a quality defender himself, plays for the Ice Blacks, and he gets a shot off onto Hasselman, deflected away. Then it comes all the way down the other end.
He's heavily involved in the other side.
He's kind of come back, but Freer, Lockie that is, gets a good shot off onto Kennedy. So it's literally end-to-end action.
Thuler can't control it, ends up on Walcom. Walcom Burns. Burns, puck bouncing in front.
The rebound was there.
Freer couldn't get a swipe at it. And Dalmate
gets taken down. He's still in the high slot with the puck.
Back to the point where McDonald can't get a piece of it. Great work by bodies everywhere. And Walcom can't get a rolling puck. Walcom
gets it back.
Yeah, gets it back off a referee. McIntosh. Oh,
centering feed. There will be a call here, possibly to the Swarm, maybe a hooking call. Let's see what the call is. Yes, it is a hook. So that is to try to prevent that goal. I think Thuler got his stick wrapped up on the body of the Stampede player. Swarm were outnumbered. It was an odd man rush, 3-on-2. So Stampede gained the line. Walcom gets the puck back generously from the linesman. Passes in front. McIntosh backhand. Puts it centering.
Just couldn't collect.
And he just couldn't get it. It actually is going against Thuler. Thuler wasn't the man who took him down, which is unusual.
Here's a chance. Walcom shot. Blocked. Tapped up and out.
So Stampede put on the power play, and we know they can score, Dave. They've scored a lot of goals so far in this game.
That's right. We haven't had a goal in this period, though, so we'll just see what happens as Solo hits Walcom. Walcom across to McIntosh. Mac over the red line, rails it all the way around. Keeping it in, and offside. Can't keep it in was Solo. Just must have been a couple whiskers over the blue line.
Yeah, so almost 30 seconds. It looks like a minute 34 on the score clock here at Queenstown.
For the in the penalty.
In the penalty, that's correct.
With 8 minutes, 42 seconds left in the third period. 5-all. 5-on-4, clearing it out. Beautiful work there by Simon, I believe, as Solo's forced back behind his own net. Hopkinson gently pursuing Burns. Big lead pass to Walcom. Centering, and McIntosh was defended against just at the right time. Solo hits Burns. Burns carries to the corner where Freer can't get it. Simons and Mawson.
And they do well to clear it there, Dave, and they're killing more time off the penalty. 47
But we've got an arm up over here.
Oh, there's a penalty call, too.
And here's
looks against the Swarm.
And it looks like Simons. It was off the play.
Oh, and he's going for roughing.
Yeah, Lockie Freer. This was off the play behind the net. I don't know if your camera worked.
Yeah, we'll see if it catches that on the replay.
Okay.
We might not be able to see that. So, nevertheless, that's going to be a 5-on-3 for the SkyCity Stampede. And if you're looking at that shot clock, there's a lot of shots. And when there's high-scoring game, 44 for Botany, 42 for the Stampede. An insane amount of shots, and we're not done.
Back win for McIntosh. Solo skates it in, shot scores.
And they score.
Just like that.
That's it. Wow, and like 2-3 seconds into the power play, and Stampede score again, Dave.
So
taking the lead once again in the final, making it 6-5.
That'll be one person out of the box, or is that?
That will take one penalty off of the score clock. Swarm still on the penalty kill, so they will have to be a goal down and again on the penalty kill.
Yeah, the other thing about this penalty kill is that you often use the same group of men to penalty kill, which burns up energy just defending. But you wouldn't know it the way that the Swarm are playing. They're outstanding.
It just shows you how close the contest is, and the team that's winning has been getting the most power plays.
Amston, Walcom, cross ice to Burns, who's boogieing along that right side corner where McIntosh glides in. McIntosh cross to Amston, fizzes on his shot. Mawson taps it up, forces Amston all the way back into his own zone. Cross ice, Walcom can't collect it. Thule picks that up, carries it back into his own zone, flicks it up, and Amston can't get a bouncing puck, skates it all the way back behind his own net. Minute 14 left in that penalty. Freer, Jones, or Sofer. Sofer can't carry, and it's batted back down. Great defense done by the Swarm at the moment.
Well, they can't afford another goal against, Dave. That's trouble here in this late in this third.
I don't know what to think. They've climbed out of 2 goals before, deficit before. We'll see what happens here. Freer, red line, Mitchell Freer. Glides it into the corner, being harassed by Polozov. And once again, Sandoy bumped against the boards.
One player.
And here's a chance for Polozov. Polozov tapped the puck off by Amston. Cross ice, Demite. And Polozov looks like you wouldn't know who's on the penalty right now. Finally, Stampede collect it. Only 8 seconds left in that penalty, so well done on killing that by the Swarm.
But they have conceded one, so they are down by 1. Last 5 minutes, 48 seconds here in the third period.
McIntosh hits Walcom. Walcom stick handles behind the net. It's being harassed by Mawson, and it ends up rolling over into Stampede area. Cleared up, stopped by Atwell, and his puck bounces off a skate to the neutral zone where Freer collects it. Hits Walcom, who can't collect it well, and Atwell feeds Swarm behind the net.
Kozak gets absolutely crushed in that corner. No call. Hands up around his face, looking for a call.
And Mawson with it. Mawson taps it into the zone. Puck rolls back where Solo picks it up. Taps it into Swarm territory. Mawson behind the net. Mawson, Simon. Demite tapped off his stick. Polozov with it on the red line. Polozov skates it over the blue line. He's dangerous no matter how many people are hounding him. Huge work by Hurley. Big feed pass there where Hurley beats
What a shot. Gets away from the defender. Gets
Simon had kind of given up on that pursuit, it looked like. Turned around here. 2-on-3. And Stepanek, though, who's very slippery, carries to the corner. Polozov with it now. Polozov back to the point where Thule tries a shot. Deflected. Hurley over the blue line. Slows it down. Hits Burns, who hits Freer. Feeds Rusky Jones. Rusky Jones, little bit of fanciness where Harrison can't get the shot away.
Bit of an inadvertent drop pass. Still got to him, though.
That old unexpected drop pass.
Another giveaway in the neutral zone.
There's this giveaway. Sofer bumped off the puck. Now, time is becoming an important thing now.
Oh, that's an icing call. So that's going to go right back into the Swarm defensive zone. 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Keep an eye on the clock, and also the goaltender, as we see a quality chance there early. Broke right around Simon, getting a shot off. Canada having to be sharp. So yeah, 3:33. The Stampede are up by 1 goal here. Third period action of this NZIHL final. If Swarm get possession in the other zone, will they pull the goaltender? That's something also we should be watching for.
Good point. Shot. Canada just says hello. I'll take that.
So Swarm may look to shorten the bench here too in this situation, and they might do that as they send Polozov, Dalmatau, and Stepanek, their number 1 unit, straight back out on the ice, looking to get a lot of action here in this last 3.5 minutes.
Face off to the left of Kennedy. Polozov bumped off the puck by Freer. Solo collects it, rails it around where Kennedy stops it behind the net. Thuler behind the net. Big forward lead, big lead pass. Feeds Walcom, who can't control it, where Stepanek takes it to the corner. Thuler, big lead pass again. Can't be collected by anyone where icing is the call.
Yeah, it just wasn't connecting onto Mawson. He actually had his back turned a little bit to that pass. If he had been looking and done a shoulder check, he may have been able to receive it. But now the Swarm have been charged another icing. They want to be on the other end of the ice here, Dave. 2 minutes, 56 seconds. They haven't got possession clean, and they haven't been able to get or maintain any zone entry in the Stampede zone, so they'll be looking to get the other way soon.
I think you're right about that. Gaining possession, offensive possession.
Wow, Stepanek, he just shot that, looking to dump it, and it went right towards the Stampede bench. In fact, right towards the coaching staff. That was above the players.
I wonder about that. No.
Yeah, that doesn't look purposeful.
No,
at all.
no,
I mean,
not
like
at all. He is, his hand was up.
Went up.
Sorry. Yeah.
Player.
No, definitely not. He shows his work by getting goals, as we have seen.
Yeah, he's a pretty soft-spoken guy, but he definitely speaks a lot by putting the puck in the net.
So, moving it out.
McDonald with some pace.
Over the red line, knocked off the puck, batted back into Sandoy's stick in his own zone. McDonald has it. Walcom kind of pursuing, but not really, just a little bit of pressure. And True taps it back up, and Walcom just bats it back in. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, 5-on-5. Stampede up by 1 in this playoff game.
Oh, taken down there was Kozak.
Looking for the penalty.
No arm up at all.
Not happy about that. And Sandoy just taps it back in. Puck left on the blue line. Burns has it now in his own zone. Over the red line, flicks it in. Sofer chases it.
Yeah, smart play here. They're going to try and hold it into the O-zone as much as they can.
Now Stepanek feeds Vortnov. Vortnov can't get it. Where
Swarm can't get possession of that puck.
Sofer takes a
minute and a half.
Yeah, shot from the red line, and it actually was right on target. Muscling it out is Thuler.
Now they've dumped it in. Kennedy staying in the net at the moment. Stampede, flick it up. That goes off of the banner. That will be called. Yeah. We have 1 minute 22. This could be a timeout situation if you are the Botany Swarm. Let's see if they elect to use it or not. Nothing being mentioned. And they have the goalie still in the crease, and the face-off is going to be inside the Stampede zone. So opportunity here. They're going to keep it as is. 5-on-5, Dave.
Yeah.
So face-off, real important.
5-on-5, 6-5 for the Swarm.
But the Stampede.
Stampede, yeah, what am I saying? Sandoy giving chase. Walcom giving chase as well. Controlled by McIntosh. Batted back in where McDonald's forced behind his own net. Sandoy in the corner.
Last minute of the third period.
Stepanek over the blue line.
There goes Canada into the net. Swarm pulled the goalie, 6-on-5.
Stepanek controlling back to the point where McDonald has it. Sandoy, cross ice to Stepanek. Stepanek's shot.
Off the glass and wide.
And rolling out. Freer giving huge chase. Freer just out of pace where Sandoy makes a great diving save. Shot into Sandoy's pads. And again, Remy makes another beautiful save. Two great goal-saving jobs by Remy Sandoy. And centering, can't. Yes. Polozov, 22 seconds left, flicking it up. And bounces all the way onto Mawson's stick on the blue line. Cross ice to Thuler. Thuler over the blue line, taps it in.
10 seconds left.
Amston fires it up, but not out. Polozov trying to center, can't. Polozov in wide. Thuler with it. Amston bangs it off the boards, and that's it.
That's it. Game 1 in the books. 1 goal game, and that's a victory to the SkyCity Stampede, Dave.
1 goal.
They have one hand on the side of the chalice. That is the Birgel Cup. What a finals game here, folks. We are that much closer to a result. Wow.
Well, what a close game.
You couldn't have asked for anything better than that, I reckon. Dave, I mean, we just called the game. That is SkyCity Stampede getting the victory here tonight, Queenstown Ice Arena. First game of the NZIHL finals in their home arena. I mean, I don't know if you do predictions or ever thought that they would be that close or that high scoring, and then to come all the way down literally to the last minute of the game and have the goalie pulled.
Pressure on the Stampede, winding it up, and Stampede just having to collect the puck and dump it out. That sort of very, very closed defensive behavior. What an exciting ending. Although one team has to lose, sadly, the Swarm, like, huge battle.
Yeah, they're in the fight this whole game.
And
they won't be shaking hands, folks, until after the final is concluded. I believe that's what's going on. And I think one of the assistant captains for the Swarm was just conferring with the referee as they go off. And then the Stampede do salute the fans as they get game 1 here. It is a best-of-3 series, so right now they are halfway there, climbing that top of the mountain. Once again, really, really close. Like I said, one hand on that trophy, but it is not concluded. It's not over. They do have to do the business tomorrow to fully close it out to win outright.
People don't like me, or they tired of me talking about the fact that this is actually 6 periods of hockey and maybe more, because tomorrow all these bangs and bruises and tired bodies, I know they recuperate, but every little niggle will be working on them tomorrow. 3 periods of hockey, and Swarm are going to be hungry to get back into this series.
Oh, well, that's it. I mean, if you've been watching this game, and we do again, thank you very much for watching and staying tuned to this live stream broadcast through YouTube. It is a phenomenal game, and it's excellent to watch. And this is September 1st, start of spring down here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. It's the off season for a lot of North Americans and the Northern Hemisphere teams or people that play. So if you're tuned in watching, I encourage anybody to get down here into New Zealand, Australia.
Hockey enthusiasts.
Play this beautiful game. This is look how close it is. 6-5 in the first game out of a final. It is a best-of-3. 11 goals. I mean, that is an unreal.
That's quite high for a playoff game. Just spectacular goals too. Not just not sloppiness by the goaltenders, just really, really stylish
accurate
goals.
Shots. I mean, like the power plays,
wraparounds.
Yeah, the wraparounds. A lot of power play goals, and that I think might have been the difference.
Yeah,
to get that 6th goal, the power play winning goal
in a penalty. Yes, in a penalty. Yes.
So I mean, you got to address discipline, but we talk about how emotional it is, how intense. Like you're playing with all that pent up, you desire to win, and that sometimes can boil over to a point where they take an excess penalty or something that goes a little bit beyond their normal play. So that comes back down to that reset. Like if players can get to the bench and then deep breathe, whatever they need to do to get back into that focused zone.
Channeling that energy, and sometimes that penalty is just one step from a good hit.
It's a fine line.
Fine line, and the referees did a fantastic job,
really
tonight,
good job tonight,
making it all work. So we're looking at Stampede up by 1. Next game tomorrow night, same time. 3 periods of hockey to go, and should the Swarm win tomorrow night, then we go into Sunday for a third game.
For a third
Holy
game. That would
moly.
be at 6 p.m. If that does occur. It's all dependent on the outcome of tomorrow night's game. So again, on behalf of Dave Dubnik, myself, Ian Wanamaker, and our whole live stream crew, we thank you for tuning in. Please get in, get some tickets, get watching this game. It's an enormous experience and fantastic. Please stay safe out there. Have a good rest of your evening. Ka kite ano.